Okay, we have our last poem, Keats' Ode on a Grecian Urn. Now, what you want to do to really get this poem is to imagine Keats is holding a Grecian urn. You're probably, seen those from like History 101 textbook or Art 101 textbook. So imagine like this coffee cup, right? So as he's looking at his urn, he's slowly turning it, and he's seeing the different scenes on the urn, right? So he's slowly turning it, and then this becomes a way for him to get in here and explore and uncover some really, really fascinating ideas with Ode on a Grecian. Let me get a little bit more coffee for my urn. So now, thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time, Sylvian historian, who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. What leafed legend haunts about thy shape of deities or mortals, or of both, in Tempe or the dales of Arcady? What manner gods are these? What maidens loath? What mad pursuit? What struggle to escape? What pipes and timbrels? What wild ecstasy? Right, so just looking at the urn. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Therefore, ye soft pipes, play on, not to the sensual ear, but more endeared, pipe to the sweet ditties of no tone. Right, so one of the things, right, so looking at the urn, right, sees pipes, timbrels, right? Now, can we hear that music? No, we can't hear it. Why? Because it's a vase, right? We can't hear it, right? Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Why is that? Why is that? Think back like when we're over here before. It goes back to that idea of that home renovation project or building something. When it's up here, right, it's perfect. When it enters in, it's not. It just doesn't make it. If you're a musician and you imagine music, and you're like, I think I have an idea for a song or a tune or a melody. And boom, you have, and then you go pick up your instrument, whether it's a piano or a guitar, whatever, saxophone, and then it's like, that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. Wow. Heard melody is sweet, but those aren't sweeter. Fair youth beneath the tree. So what's something else? A youth. Thou canst not leave thy song, nor ever can those trees be bare. Bold lover, never, never canst thou kiss, though winning near the goal, yet do not grieve. So there's, right, some youths there, a lover, and they're embracing each other, and they're leaning in for the kiss, but they're not there yet. In other words, on the urn, the vase, the kiss, they're not kissing. They're short, but we shouldn't grieve. Do not grieve. Why should we not be sad about not being able to complete the embrace? Because the girl, she cannot fade. Though thou hast not thy bliss, forever wilt thy love, and she be fair. In other words, it's a good thing that they're captured at the moment of, and they're held there without being able to complete the kiss, because you'll always be in love at that moment, and she'll always be pretty. Knowing that as we go through life, what happens to love? What happens? Yeah, love crushes. And we get old and ugly, and our foreheads get bigger. Yeah. Oh, happy, happy boughs that cannot shed your leaves, nor ever bid the spring adieu. So, right, the trees on the vase are in bloom, and they'll never lose their leaves. There'll always be in spring, right? So as you go through and you see that we're in the vase, right? Work of artifice, constancy. Even though it's not fulfillment, it's better that we're in this ideal forms that keep us from the real, where we have the grind of everyday life and what it does. Turn the vase. Who are these coming to the sacrifice? So they're bringing an animal to be sacrificed. O mysterious priest, leadest thou that heifer lowing at the skies, and all her silken flanks with garlands dressed. What little town by rivers, so we keep turning, right? And what little town, thy streets forevermore will silent be, and not a soul to tell why thou art desolate can e'er return. O Attic shape, fair attitude, with breed of marble men and maidens overwrought, with forest branches in the trodden weed, thou silent form doth tease us out of thought as doth eternity, cold, pastoral. So in other words, this shape of constancy is cold. It's not living, right? In another sense, it's not warm, right? It's, this sense of ideal, it does have some coldness to it. But when old age shall this generation waste, thou shalt remain, right? Here again, some common themes between Shelley and Keats. In midst of other woe than ours, a friend to man, to whom thou sayest, beauty is truth, truth beauty. That is all ye know on earth, and all ye need to know. So what are we to know here on earth? That beauty is truth. Truth is beauty. Now, by beauty here, what does Keats mean? Certainly those forms, right? Beautiful music, the beauty of the young couple, the beautiful shape of the tree always to be in spring, and that idea of truth, that idea of constancy, that there's some things in life that will always be good, always be true, always be beautiful, but yet at the same time are kept here, right, on the urn, on the coffee cup. This idea of constancy in art. So now, as we end our brief look into Romanticism, we're starting to see a little bit of a shift and change, something turning away from nature into artifice. So again, I'm really sorry we couldn't spend days, weeks talking about Keats and Shelley, and months and semesters talking about the Romantics